Introduction. In life, certain experiences present challenges that change the way people relate to themselves and their families. Certain life events mark life-changing moments that alter lives either positively or negatively. It matters how people handle their relationships at such critical moments. Life-changing experience. Relationships, especially with family members, are the most important aspects of handling change. I have experienced such life-changing events that changed me into a better person. One such event occurred in my childhood, while the other one occurred in adolescence. In both cases, my family was there to support and help me go through the tough times. Looking back at the influence of these events, I am always glad that my family was with me in overcoming the challenges. I am now a better person because my family stood beside me and gave me strength and support in moments of weakness and helplessness. The first event that had a remarkable impact on my life was the loss of a dear friend. This event not only changed my world but also made me a better person. It taught me how to appreciate friends, family, and relationships. In childhood, I had a cousin who was my best friend. Our friendship was so deep that we usually spent holidays and weekends visiting each other's families. To my family, she was like one of the members. On the other hand, I was like one of the members of her family. We used to spend a lot of time together, playing, studying, traveling, and doing many other fun activities. One day, while returning home from school, she got knocked down by a motorcyclist who was speeding off trying to escape from a police officer. She was hit from behind and upon landing on the ground, knocked her head on a large stone on the side of the road. When I received the news of the accident, I was devastated. The morning after the accident, I visited her in hospital and received the sad news that she was in a coma after suffering severe brain damage. I lost appetite, could not sleep for weeks, and spent several nights crying and wishing that she would be fine. She was in the hospital for 6 months. During that period, I became stressed and lost weight. I missed school for many days, thus affecting my academics. Even though my family was affected, too, the effect was greater on me because of our longtime friendship. Every day I woke up expecting to hear good news from my parents of her miraculous recovery, but that did not happen. As I became more depressed, I started to avoid social gatherings and experienced difficulty sleeping. One morning, just after breakfast, we received news that she had passed away. At that moment, a hot flush of blood flowed into my head, and I fainted. The long period of endless waiting had come to an end. That morning was one of the lowest moments. I was rushed to the hospital, and doctors said that I had collapsed due to sudden shock. The grieving period was very painful. However, my family stood by me and offered consolation. My family members offered emotional and physical support and helped me to get over the incident. The event had serious emotional effects. My mom spent most of her time comforting me. I was able to cope with the situation because my family understood what I was going through, were patient with me, listened to me, and offered psychological help. My parents were not angry at me for missing school. They allowed me to stay home until a time when I was ready to go back. It took 4 months of grieving to get over the death of my cousin and best friend. This incident changed my life and brought me closer to my family. I now appreciate relationships and more. As a result, I am more loving, caring, compassionate, and appreciative of the people in my life. The other defining moment that changed me involved a disagreement with my parents regarding joining high school. When the time came for me to join high school, I was not prepared and wanted to stay home for a year before joining. My parents were concerned that I would lose a year of schooling since, at my age, I was not ready for a job. They were afraid that I would have nothing to do for an entire year. The reasons for the decision to delay my entry to high school were fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. I was not ready to enter a stage of life where I was expected to be responsible for my life and actions. I refused to talk to my parents and other family members because I felt that they were imposing their principles on me. The truth is that I was afraid to enter a phase that would require me to be responsible for my decisions and actions. I avoided my parents and always made sure that they never got a chance to question me. My decision changed when my dad confronted me. Our discussion focused on the reasons that were informing my decision. At first, I was unwilling to tell Dad the truth, but as the discussion progressed, I had no other choice but to open up to him. I was afraid that he would be disappointed with me. However, he assured me that it was normal to experience fear and anxiety, especially when one is about to make a life-changing decision. He narrated me a story about how he had reacted the same way when his dad asked him to move out of their family house in order to find a place to live after joining college. Throughout the entire experience, my family was very understanding. They helped me to overcome the fear and anxiety of embracing responsibilities. That incident changed my life, attitudes, and perspectives regarding life. My family has always supported me during tough times. That incident improved my relationship with my family and introduced me to adulthood. Whenever I face a challenge, I discuss it openly with my family because of the awareness that they are always ready and willing to listen and offer assistance. Conclusion. My elder brother introduced me to high school life and offered numerous tips on how to adjust to the new environment. My family is my greatest source of joy and happiness. This incident taught me responsibility, trust, humility, and the importance of family. The aforementioned events changed my life tremendously because they played a key role in molding me into a responsible, caring, and compassionate person. StudyCorgi.com has everything you need for successful studies. Writing tools, informative articles, and essay samples. Come check it out!